Let's be honest. Everyone thinks they have Sagittarius figured out, the wild explorer, the life of the party, the one who's always booking the next flight out. But that's like looking at a supercomputer and only complimenting its screensaver. It completely misses the source of its power. That restlessness, you see, that almost brutal honesty, they aren't character flaws. They are strategic features of a powerful, hidden operating system. I'm Anya Sage, and I don't just read star charts. I decode the psychological blueprints behind them. And today, we are going to uncover the one core principle that makes Sagittarius truly unmatchable. It's not simply their love for freedom, it's the engine that powers that freedom, and understanding it will change how you see them forever. But I know what some of you are thinking. I can almost hear the skepticism through the screen. Let's be brutally honest here. Is this endless quest for freedom just a prettier way of saying they're terrified of commitment? Is their famous honesty simply a free pass to be harsh without dealing with the fallout? And you know what? Those are completely valid questions. They're the same questions people who love a Sagittarius ask themselves all the time. To get to the real answer, we have to stop judging the surface-level behavior and instead decode their actual operating system. It all begins with their one non-negotiable Prime Directive. But first, I want to hear from you. What's your take? Do you see Sagittarius as a true free spirit or just a flight risk? Drop your experience in the comments. I genuinely love reading your stories. And as you're sharing those stories, let's cut right to the core of that question. Because to truly understand a Sagittarius, to decrypt their operating system, you must first grasp their Prime Directive, the one law that overrides all others, the non-negotiable axiom hardwired into their very being: absolute, unconditional freedom. This isn't a preference. It's not a lifestyle choice. For a Sagittarius, freedom is like oxygen. Take it away, and they don't just get uncomfortable. They begin to suffocate on a deep, energetic level. This is the source of their infamous escape artist nature. It's not about being flaky or unreliable. It's a survival instinct as primal and involuntary as pulling your hand away from a fire. Picture this. A Sagittarius is in a job with rigid rules, a relationship built on control, or even a conversation that feels trapping and inauthentic. They won't just think, "I don't like this." They will feel it physically. A tightness in the chest, an itch in their feet, a visceral sense that the walls are closing in. Their entire system screams, "Evacuate." Leaving isn't a decision they ponder. It's a command their soul executes to protect its own vitality. They are safeguarding their energy from the slow death of confinement. This powerful instinct isn't random. It's guided by a profound internal philosophy. They are the ultimate free spirits. This means they place more trust in their own rhythm, their own internal compass, than in any external rulebook or societal expectation. Think of their soul as a sovereign territory, and they are its sole ruler. They don't navigate the world with a map handed to them by others. They chart their own course in real time, trusting the magnetic pull of their own curiosity and intuition. This is why they are so often misunderstood in structured environments. If someone says, "This is how it's always been done," a Sagittarius doesn't hear a rule. They hear a challenge, a starting pistol for innovation. Their mind immediately translates that phrase into time to find a new, better, or more interesting way. The world to them isn't a rigid museum of facts to be memorized. It's a dynamic, sprawling classroom, and they are the perpetual explorer, hungry for the next discovery. They don't just want to see the world. They want to understand its mechanics, its people, its hidden truths, and then integrate that wisdom into their own evolving constitution. and every sovereign nation has a constitution. This is why a Sagittarius must follow their own rules. It's not arrogance, it's integrity. They have spent their lives gathering data, testing hypotheses, and learning from experience to forge a personal code of conduct, to then betray that internal code for the sake of conforming to someone else's. That would be an act of treason against themselves. It would violate the very essence of their being. This brings us to the core law of their constitution, the First Amendment of the Sagittarian soul. Freedom is non-negotiable. This is the master key to understanding their actions, their choices, and especially their relationships. You cannot bargain with it. You cannot offer them love, security, or wealth in exchange for a piece of their autonomy. They will always choose freedom over. They will always choose authenticity over obligation. This is not a threat, it is a statement of fact. It's the simple, unchangeable physics of their world. To love a Sagittarius is to love a wild horse. You can admire its strength. You can run alongside it. But the moment you try to fence it in, it's gone. This is why the only way to truly connect with them is to accept them completely and without a hidden agenda to change them. They don't ask you to be like them, but they demand the right to be themselves. They move at their own pace, sometimes a whirlwind, sometimes a meditative stroll. The expectation is clear: keep up or respectfully step aside. They will not slow down their own evolution to make others feel more secure. It sounds harsh, but from their perspective, it's the most honest form of respect. They are respecting their own path, and by being transparent about it, they are respecting you enough not to pretend they can be something they're not. So, when we ask if it's a fear of commitment or a love of freedom, we are asking the wrong question. It's not a fear of anything. It is a radical, unwavering commitment to living an authentic life, a life where every action, every word, and every relationship is aligned with their innermost truth. It is the disciplined strategy of a soul that knows its own power and refuses, under any circumstances, to give it away. But a disciplined strategy needs more than just a powerful engine. It requires a navigation system. Think about it. A life of absolute radical freedom. What stops that from descending into pure chaos? What prevents it from becoming a path of self-destruction, of burned bridges and aimless wandering? An engine this powerful, a spirit this untamable, must have a governing principle to give it direction and purpose. So what is the compass that guides the Sagittarian explorer through the storms they so willingly face? The answer lies in their second, and arguably more important, hidden power. It's the secret to how they wield their freedom with such devastating effectiveness. The control system that ensures their journey isn't just an escape, but a deliberate march towards something real. That control system, that hidden power, is one of the most misunderstood and powerful forces in the Zodiac. An unwavering, non-negotiable devotion to truth. This is the secret. This is the game changer I promised. It's not just a preference. It's the second, equally vital, Prime Directive, hardwired into their operating system. If freedom is the engine, truth is the navigation system. The compass that guides the entire ship. Think about it. A life dedicated to absolute freedom without a powerful moral or logical compass would descend into pure chaos. It would be selfish, destructive, and ultimately a prison of its own making. Sagittarius understands this instinctively, and their solution is as brilliant as it is brutal. Radical honesty. They have a core belief, a piece of code that runs everything. And it is this: lies create chains. Lies, even small ones, create obligations, complexities, and emotional debts. They are anchors that weigh you down and restrict your movement. And for a Sagittarius, who needs to be able to move, to explore, to escape, chains are the enemy. So for them, The logic is ruthlessly simple. Truth sets you free. Not just you, but everyone. It cuts the chains. And Sagittarius wants to live unchained. This is why they are the ultimate truth seekers. They hunt for it, they demand it, and most importantly, they wield it. And this is where most people get them completely wrong. This brings us to their most notorious trait, being blunt but honest. You've seen it. That moment where they say the one thing everyone else is thinking, but is too polite or too scared to say out loud. It can feel like a slap in the face. It can feel tactless. It can feel harsh. But I want you to reframe that. You're not witnessing a lack of social grace. You are witnessing the truth compass in action. Their bluntness is not cruelty. It's efficiency. It's a surgeon's scalpel, not a butcher's knife. It's designed to cut directly to the heart of the matter, to remove the tumor of confusion, the cancer of deceit, the dead weight of passive aggression, so that everyone can heal and move on. While others build walls of white lies to maintain a fragile, temporary peace, Sagittarius builds a bridge of hard truths. It might be a tougher path to walk. Absolutely. The winds might be harsher on that bridge. But here's the key. That bridge never collapses. It leads somewhere real. They would rather deal with the fallout of a difficult truth today than drown in the swamp of a comfortable lie tomorrow. They respect your time and their energy too much to play games. When they are direct with you, on some level, it is a profound act of respect. They are treating you as an equal, capable of handling reality. Now, how do they deploy this truth in a world that often punishes it? This is where their innocent sarcasm see. It's not just them being funny. It's a strategic tool. It's the truth wrapped in a joke, a test to see if you can handle the real thing. It's a spark they throw into a room to see what's flammable. When a Sagittarius uses sarcasm, they're often probing. They're saying the quiet part out loud with a smile to see who flinches. It allows them to speak a hard truth without declaring war. It's a way to disarm tension, test the waters of a new idea, and frankly, to see if you're smart enough to keep up. It's a filter. If you get offended by their sarcastic jab, you likely won't be able to handle their unfiltered truth, and it's better for both of you to know that early. This devotion to their own verified truth is also why they are so hard to convince. It's not because they are stubborn or arrogant. It's because their beliefs are not adopted. They are forged. They are the result of their own journey, their own exploration, their own data. They trust their own compass above all else. You can present them with facts, figures, and emotional appeals, but if it doesn't align with their own internal readings, they will not budge. Their mind is a sovereign territory. However, and this is crucial, the moment you actually do convince a Sagittarius of something new, the moment you provide a piece of data so powerful, a perspective so undeniable that it forces them to recalibrate their own compass, you have not won an argument. You have earned their ultimate respect. For them to change their mind is not an admission of defeat. It is an act of evolution. It means they see your truth as more powerful and more authentic than their old one, and they will adopt it with the same fierce loyalty. It's one of the highest compliments a Sagittarius can pay you. So you see, it all connects. Their bluntness, their sarcasm, their so-called stubbornness, they are not random, disconnected personality quirks. They are functions of a single, elegant system. The truth compass. It's the control system that makes their radical freedom possible. It's a powerful filter that removes unnecessary complexity, untrustworthy people, and draining situations from their path, allowing them to travel light and fast. This is the power that underpins their strength. the secret to navigating life with such relentless forward momentum. It is the very engine of their resilience. But does this fortress of truth and freedom, this engine of resilience, mean they're made of stone? Does this relentless forward momentum leave no room for a heart? Far from it. And if you want proof, I'll let you in on the most telling secret about the Sagittarian soul. Pay attention to the moment a Sagittarius cries. It is one of the rarest, most significant events you will ever witness. It's not drama, it's a system failure. It means they have carried a weight so immense for so long that they've reached an emotional limit they can no longer hold inside. It is the sound of a dam breaking. In that moment, you are seeing the truth of the vast, deep ocean of feeling they protect behind their walls of fire and honesty. This hidden depth is the key to another piece of their code, their profound love for animals and their absolute intolerance for cruelty. Why? Because in an animal's eyes, they see what they fight for every single day: pure honesty, an untamed spirit, a life lived without deception or pretense. Defending an innocent creature is a physical manifestation of their life's philosophy. And this is why they are so often described as wild, but so loved. That wildness isn't recklessness. It's the unfiltered expression of a heart that feels everything, but has built a world-class operating system to protect it. Their joy is infectious because it's authentic. Their energy is magnetic because it's rooted in something real. They are not strong despite their sensitivity. They are strong because of it. And that is the final piece of the blueprint. This is where radical freedom, guided by radical truth, and fueled by that profound sensitivity, all fuse together to create something truly unmatchable: resilience. This is why they are legendary for being ready for any storm. Think about it. When you live in complete honesty, you have nothing to hide. When you embrace total freedom, you have nothing to lose. Storms can't threaten a person who has already made peace with the wind. This is the power behind the quote. They know how to pick themselves up and smile, even when they feel broken inside. That smile isn't denial, it's a declaration of invincibility. This resilience is the source of their famous optimism. It's not a naive, good vibes only fantasy. It is the natural state of a soul that isn't weighed down by lies, pretense, or obligation. Their energy is clean because their operating system is clean. Their joy is powerful because it has been tested and found true again and again. This is why when a Sagittarius falls in love, it is a partnership of equals, built on respect and admiration, never on possession. And it is precisely why you should never, ever try to intimidate them. They don't respond to external threats because their fire is internal. They answer to their own truth and nothing else. To challenge them with power games is like threatening a wildfire with a matchstick. Nowhere is the synthesis more clear than in the Sagittarius woman. They are often natural leaders, not because they seek power, but because they embody vitality. Their honesty cuts through corporate nonsense. Their optimism inspires weary teams, and their deep-seated need for freedom empowers everyone around them to be more autonomous, more authentic, more alive. Freedom, truth, empathy, resilience. This is the code. This is what makes them unmatchable. If this deep dive, this journey beyond the surface, resonates with you, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We go deep here, often into territory that platforms don't always love. Make sure you're with us so you don't miss what comes next. Thank you for your time and for your trust. Stay true.